Richard Goodall's breathtaking performance of Journey's Don't Stop Believin' left millions in awe. But his journey is far more extraordinary than what TV cameras captured. From the unassuming janitor in a small Indiana town to an internet sensation, Richard's story is a roller coaster of triumphs and surprises. Richard's rise to fame is one filled with unexpected twists and turns that America's Got Talent never showed you. Get ready to dive into the untold narrative of how one man's dream defied all odds and became a reality. Richard Goodall, an ordinary janitor from Terre Haute, Indiana, got the most coveted golden buzzer at America's Got Talent Season 19, something every contestant dreams of. His golden buzzer moment was nothing short of sensational, heartwarming, and breathtaking. However, there is a secret behind his remarkable success, one that is both emotional and inspiring. What we found out about Richard Goodall will leave you in shock. But before we dive into these details, let's take a look at his early life and the struggles that pushed him to stardom. Richard Goodall was born and raised in a small town in Indiana, United States. He grew up with family and friends who couldn't provide for his every need, but gave their unwavering support. Richard discovered his musical talent at an early age and started nurturing it. His Radio Shack stereo was his biggest companion. He would often lock himself up in his bedroom, singing along with his favorite songs in hopes of a dream that seemed perpetually out of reach. While in high school, Richard joined a choir which allowed him to develop his vocal abilities. Over the years, his passion for music grew, leading him to join a gospel choir as an adult. He sang with the gospel choir for 8 years until it was shut down during the coronavirus pandemic. Richard's passion for music was born out of an unyielding desire to impact lives. As a simple guy, Richard cared less about fancy things and was only committed to achieving his dreams. However, as he grew older, life responsibility and the need for financial stability took over his musical aspirations. He needed to find a stable income to sustain his basic needs as college was totally out of reach. Unsure of which path to follow, he took up a job as a janitor at Chauncey Rose Middle School, a job that was degrading but sustainable. The job offered him a sense of stability, even though it didn't satisfy his deepest passion. Richard took great pride in his work and performed it diligently, turning mundane tasks into memorable moments for students and teachers. For 23 years, he never failed to take out the trash, sweep the floor, and wipe the tables, ensuring the environment was safe and habitable for the students and teachers. Despite the humble nature of his job, Richard remained undeterred in his pursuit of music. While he performed his duties, he would belt out some jams, filling the hallway with his melodious voice. His performance didn't go unnoticed as students and teachers were enthralled by his voice. They praised him for his unique voice and urged him to take his talent beyond the confines of Indiana. This boosted his confidence and reignited his determination to pursue his dreams. For Richard, singing had always been a thing of joy. It was his way of putting smiles on the faces of people and making them forget about their problems. I just like people to smile and have fun and forget their problems for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. However long the song is, he said. Richard seized every opportunity he had to inspire people with his song. He soon gained popularity in the school as a singing janitor, performing at various events in school, especially during Veterans Day celebrations, where he often sang God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood. His voice created a sense of fulfillment in the minds of aspiring singers, assuring them of a brighter future. Loved by the students, he became known as Mr. Richard. While others viewed his job as demeaning and one that would lead nowhere, Richard took it as an opportunity to instill discipline and morals in the students around him. In his words, being a janitor or a custodian, you have a certain platform, he said, meaning that the kids love you, you love them. They know that you do quite possibly the humblest job in the whole school, and as a custodian and janitor, I would teach them the small things. Yes sir, no sir, please, thank you. And those are the small things, and I'm not a teacher. I mean, it just goes without saying, but you can teach people small things that would help in life, and those things are immeasurable. Richard's dedication to his job and music showed his love for service and success. As Richard aged, his dedication to music never wavered, even though life's responsibilities and challenges pulled him in different directions. He remained firm, unknown to him. His passion and perseverance were about to take him from the humble hall of Chauncey Rose Middle School to a stage that would transform his life forever. The America's Got Talent moment. Richard's decision to audition for America's Got Talent was fueled by the constant encouragement from his students in school. Left to him, he wasn't sure if he was ready to go through that journey, as he had previously faced disappointment auditioning for America's Got Talent in 2009 and later The Voice. It was like a double confirmation that he wasn't good enough. However, with the help of the students at school who continued to reassure him of his undeniable talent, Richard decided to try AGT the second time. As usual, he hoped that things would turn out differently, but despite his confidence, he lowered his expectations, even though he knew he was more than enough. In 2024, Richard found himself on the coveted stage of AGT, a dream that finally came true after so many setbacks. Here he was standing right before the imposing panel of judges, Simon Cowell, Sophia, Heidi Klum, and Howie Mandel. As Richard stepped onto the AGT stage for the first time, a wave of nervousness spread through his veins. It felt almost like a surreal experience standing before the judges and a live audience, knowing this was his chance to prove his undeniable talent to the world. He tried to muster composure, but his anxiety was visible. However, with the words of Simon Cowell, "Shake off those nerves. We are here. We are rooting for you, Richard." And the cheers from the crowd, Richard regained balance. Taking a deep breath, he began his performance, and what followed was breathtaking. As he let out the first few lines of his signature song, "Don't Stop Believin'," the initial skepticism from the judges and audience quickly turned into admiration. Simon Cowell's nod of approval, Heidi Klum's enthusiastic applause, and Howie Mandel's smile gave him validation and boosted his confidence. The audience also gave their full support. Their cheers, applause, and standing ovations created an electrifying atmosphere, making Richard's performance memorable. The energy in the room was palpable, and the immediate response from the crowd reinforced his belief in his abilities. After his rendition, the atmosphere was saturated with excitement. As the judges gave their verdict, Richard was broken down in tears of joy, hearing the words from Simon Cowell, "You are my hero because that was special, genuinely special, and I think America is going to love you." And Judge Howie's reply, "You cleaned up the performance, made him feel loved." But what followed next was shocking. As the audience gazed with expectation, Heidi Klum praised his remarkable performance. "You knocked me off my feet, and now this is what I'm going to do for you because I love you." And she slammed the golden buzzer, decorating Richard in a cascade of golden confetti and catapulting him into the spotlight. Richard was moved to tears by the moment, later telling the cheering crowd, "I've never even been on a plane. It was not on my radar to come to California. It's just a dream come true." Richard, who was already humbled by his achievement, called his fiancée Angie to share the news with her. While she was clearly proud of him, it was clear she wasn't surprised that his smooth voice earned him a golden buzzer. It's unfortunate she couldn't share the moments with him due to financial constraints. This viral moment was captured and shared on YouTube, where some of his students at school took the opportunity to express their deepest support for Richard's bravery. "I can't express with words how lucky I feel to be able to say that I am one of the kids who always told him how amazing his voice is. My favorite part of walking through the hallways in school is hearing this phenomenon. Richard, you are indeed a true hero." Another one commented, "He is the janitor at my twin school, West Vigo." They were screaming and crying tears of happiness for Mr. Richard last night with their friends. "I was right there with them, as was the entire Vigo County community. We are so excited for him. It couldn't happen for a more humble and kind man. He is so deserving of this. I can't wait for America to see what we Howdy and Peeps have had the pleasure of seeing for 2 decades. Let's go, Mr. Richard." The agreement was clear. Richard had not only deserved the golden buzzer, but it also touched countless lives. His performance was a clear demonstration that extraordinary talent can be found in ordinary places. His rendition was not just a song. It was a message of hope, perseverance, and a reminder to himself and others to keep believing in their dreams, no matter the challenges. After the cameras stopped rolling, Richard went backstage where he spoke in a private interview with the producers. "I couldn't help but cry," he told the AGT producers. "I mean, I'm just a regular person. I'm the guy that wipes down the tables, takes out the trash, and sweeps the floor." He added later, "I kept on singing to the kids. I kept doing what I do. Don't stop believing has kind of been a mantra. I got a golden buzzer." Reminiscing on his early days, Richard said, "I was that kid up in my bedroom with the Radio Shack stereo. My favorite thing was just to sit up and listen to my music, and I just belted out." Despite the many positive comments, some people had reservations about his performance. This Reddit user expressed his opinion about Richard's performance. "I know a lot of people love Richard on Reddit because his voice is very good and he doesn't have a sob story. IDK though. But for me personally, I don't really like his voice that much. No, I don't want every single sob story to get golden buzzers because it's been getting ridiculous. But Richard's voice underwhelmed me a bit, but not as much as you think." You can say in the comment that it's impressive for a guy in his mid-50s, which it is, but let's see how he does in the semis. However, this comment is no surprise because fame comes with both positive and negative reactions. However, Richard's fame continued to spread like wildfire. Nothing could have prepared him for the recognition that came after the show. After the show has aired, there has been so much support, Richard told WTDU-TV. "I cannot answer all of the messages that have come across like thousands and thousands." Richard's bandmate, Tom Greenberg, wasn't surprised by all the results. "I knew that was coming," he said. "He deserved it. He's just so good." And Journey? You throw him on a Journey song, and he's just the best of the best. "He's just a perfect Journey singer," he said. America's Got Talent also announced that they would be covering all of Richard's expenses for his journey to the competition. As you already know, Richard is just an ordinary janitor and doesn't earn much, making it difficult for him to afford plane tickets, accommodation, and other expenses. There is even a rumor that Richard might perform with his band in the finals of America's Got Talent. But here's where the story gets interesting. Chris Burson, a fellow resident of Terre Haute, Indiana, took it upon himself to launch a GoFundMe campaign, begging for support from viewers. He wrote, "Let's give Terre Haute, Indiana's AGT Golden Buzzer winner, our support." Richard Goodall traveled to the first competition alone on his first ever flight. This August, he returned for 10 days to compete at the next level. Your generosity will allow him to have a worry-free experience financially, with family to accompany him in whatever else he might need. While his travel and accommodations are covered, his support group and other expenses are not. The quick response from viewers was nothing short of extraordinary. The campaign started on May 30th, 2024, and it already hit its target as of July 19th, 2024, amounting to a staggering $19,000. The love and support from fans was overwhelming. It was a way of showing their gratitude to the man who had inspired their journey in life. This collective effort ensured that Richard was equipped with all he needed to advance on the show. Despite his newly found success, Richard remained a humble janitor from Terre Haute, Indiana. As of today, Richard's video has amassed over 19 million views on YouTube, becoming the highest viewed video on America's Got Talent this season. America Got Talent gave the world a glimpse of Richard's exceptional talent. It merely scratched the surface of his emotional story. Here are several things America's Got Talent didn't tell you about Richard Goodall. The journey to America's Got Talent, struggles and challenges. Richard Goodall's rise to fame is a testament to perseverance, resilience, and unwavering determination. Even at his age, he never relented in pursuing his dreams. His decision to audition for AGT was fueled by a lifelong passion for music. Growing up, he had always dreamt of sharing his voice with a larger audience, and AGT presented a platform for achieving his dreams. In 2009, Richard took the bold step of auditioning for America's Got Talent. With so much hope and expectations, he was ready to showcase his musical prowess. Unfortunately, his hopes were abruptly cut short when he didn't make it past the first round in Chicago. Richard was heartbroken and devastated for a while, but soon he garnered the strength and courage he needed, reminding himself that every disappointment was a blessing. With renewed vigor, Richard decided to audition for another prominent show, The Voice. This time, he sent in a video of him singing the iconic song, Don't Stop Believin', for the audition, hoping that things would turn out differently. Unfortunately, he got another disappointing email from the organizer saying, "Hello, Richard. Thank you so much for auditioning in our virtual open call. We have reviewed your performance of Don't Stop Believin'. Unfortunately, you will not be moving on to the next round. Please keep working, and we hope to see you again next season." Richard was devastated once again. He was shocked that he wasn't good enough for the show. The email was in sharp contrast with the many compliments he received on social media. It was as though he had been lied to about his voice, or that the praises he received were from a place of pity. Richard went into a dark phase of self-doubt and disappointment. He took to his social media to vent his anger, saying, "Just so everyone knows, I'm worthy of The Voice. But I'll try for AGT. But regular people just don't cut it in this world. Love you all for your support, Richard Goodall." This stirred responses from fans who supported almost immediately. "It's not that I'm not good enough. They just look at it like, not the young, classic standard they need. Bullshit, because you sing amazing." Another commenter said, "Biggest mistake The Voice ever made. You are incredible." Despite his current predicament, Richard remained hopeful, constantly reassuring himself that he was good enough. He believed strongly that he had what it took to succeed. And with the constant persuasion and encouragement from the kids at school, Richard's hopes were renewed once more. His relentless efforts soon paved the way for him. As years later, he found himself on the stage of America's Got Talent. But before that, Richard had already experienced a taste of viral success after his cover of Don't Stop Believing by Journey stormed the internet. The viral moment. In 2022, the students and teachers of Davis Park Elementary School gathered together to celebrate the graduation of fifth-grade children with a talent show. When the event came to an end, the teachers asked Richard to perform a song for the students. But unknown to him, things were about to take a different turn. Usually he would sing God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood. But this time he chose the powerful song, Don't Stop Believing, a song that would inspire the kids to keep believing in their dreams. Dressed in jeans, sneakers, a ball cap, and a stereotypically large set of keys hanging from his belt, Richard took the stage. As Don't Stop Believing began to play, his golden voice resonated deeply with the audience, creating an unforgettable moment in their hearts. Even though the students couldn't truly appreciate what they heard, they were clearly having a good time, waving their arms and eventually jumping to their feet to dance along. The adults in the crowd were impressed. Right after the first line of the song, someone near the camera screamed, "Oh God." You could hear the surprise in her voice. Mariah Dennehy, a woman who works with one of the Davis Park students with special needs, was moved by Richard's powerful performance and decided to record it. She later posted the video on TikTok. The clip captured not just Richard's raw talent, but his profound musical prowess. The next day, while Richard was performing his regular duties, Dennehy told him that she posted a video of him on TikTok. By then, the footage had garnered over 100,000 views. By the end of the week, the video had surpassed 1 million views, sparking widespread astonishment and admiration from people who couldn't believe that a janitor could possess such an amazing voice. Richard had no clue he would go viral. "I've never had this kind of response. I don't know what to think of all this," he said. Although Richard had been posting consistently on his TikTok page, it was this very performance that led to his big break. While he sang, hoping to motivate the audience with the lyrics of the song, he wasn't prepared for the fame that would come afterwards. Surge in popularity provided Richard with greater and better opportunities than he had ever dreamed of. His viral video caught the eyes and ears of some notable figures in the music industry. One of them was Steve Perry, a former lead singer of Journey who helped co-write Don't Stop Believin'. When Perry saw the video of Richard singing, he was moved by his amazing performance. On June 29th, Perry took to Twitter to share his admiration, writing, "I love this." Perry also made the same comment on TikTok, where Richard reposted the clip to his own profile. Richard was blown away by Perry's response, as he had greatly admired the iconic musician. He never expected to get noticed by someone of Perry's status, and the comment reassured him of his abilities. With heartfelt gratitude, Richard responded to Steve Perry, saying, "I love your music, sir. Thank you for commenting. This means much to me. Thank you." His admiration for Perry was evident in his response, reflecting the deep respect and appreciation he had for the singer. Richard's fame didn't stop there. It was just the beginning of a greater experience. Richard received support from all over, and soon more fans joined his list. The official Journey account on TikTok reposted Richard's TikTok to show their support. The most shocking acknowledgement was from Howie Mandel, a famous comedian and judge on America's Got Talent, whom he would be standing before in no time. He posted a video reacting to Richard's TikTok. "Richard needs to be on AGT." Richard couldn't believe it at first. He thought it was a random fake account trying to pull his legs, so he held back his excitement in case it wasn't real. But when he confirmed it was genuine, his joy was indescribable. It was like a dream come true. As if that wasn't enough, Richard got an opportunity to perform with Rudy Cardenas, an American Idol finalist, on August 27, 2022, an opportunity he would forever cherish. Richard didn't hesitate to share this amazing news with his fans, updating them on the time and location of the event. Richard's viral video once captured the hearts of Rudy Cardenas. He was so impressed that he invited him to perform with him on stage. Despite receiving numerous invitations to perform on stage, singing alongside a legendary figure like Rudy Cardenas was a unique experience for Richard. Standing on stage in front of a huge crowd, Richard reminisced about his humble beginning and was shocked at how far he had come. Before they started singing, Rudy introduced Richard to the crowd in a very special way. Together, Richard and Rudy created a magical moment with their performance, inspiring the crowd to believe in their dreams. Richard's collaboration with Rudy is a testament to the fact that dreams indeed do come true. If you dream it, you will have it. Later that day, Richard posted a video of their performance on Instagram, and in the caption, he wrote, "An absolute awesome day. Thank you to the Drake family for setting this up, Jeff Ginhart, and Chelsea for being my brother from another mother and filming me, and the whole Mill staff, the awesome band, and my Terre Haute friends in the audience. I hope more to come. Still enjoying the ride, y'all." Richard and Angie, the unexpected fame, also had a positive impact on his music band, Menopause. Suddenly, Menopause began receiving deals to perform at different local bars, something the band had never experienced before. They accepted every offer, and in no time they were fully booked. Fans who came to watch the band perform were astonished by Richard's vocal prowess and stage presence, showering him with praise and admiration. Richard also took to his Instagram to share this great achievement. He said, "And just like that, we are booked every weekend in July. Thank you to the Broken Rock Band for their awesome hard work, and the band manager for working on getting the gigs. See you folks Saturday night at Archie's Sports Bar at 7:30. Don't miss a note." Since Mariah Dennehy posted the initial video of Richard's cover on TikTok, it has been viewed more than 10 million times. He had also been featured on news outlets like ABC News, where he expressed his sincere gratitude. "It's humbling and fun, but I'm still the same person I've always been. I'm just me, you know." This response revealed Richard's true character. Despite his fame, he remained a humble janitor. In an interview, Richard reflected on the many opportunities his band received and the response from Perry. He said, "I was nearly in tears because this is the music I grew up with, the artists I listened to. I have no formal training. As a kid, I surrounded myself with speakers in my bedroom, turned on the radio, and just sang along." Regarding how he combines his love for singing with his job as a school janitor, he said, "I'm not just the guy who wipes tables and takes out the trash. I want people to smile and be happy." Explaining why he chose to perform the Journey hit, Richard said it was to inspire his students to never stop believing in themselves and to chase their dreams. It was clear that Richard wasn't just an ordinary janitor. He was an ordinary man with a strong willpower and desire to change the world around him. However, the initial challenges Richard faced were just the tip of the iceberg and can't be compared to the tragedy that struck him in 2021. 2. Marital struggles. During Richard's groundbreaking moments at America Got Talent, he mentioned Angie, his fiancée and newly found lover. However, there is a backstory that many don't know. Richard had a wife called Patricia Sue. She was a supportive and dedicated wife, often sharing updates about her husband's concerts on Facebook, showing her unwavering support. They were a perfect match, spending time together and making fun memories. Their relationship spanned an incredible 30 years, filled with so much love and respect for each other. Their pictures on Instagram showed they spent every Valentine's and Christmas Day together, revealing a bond that was truly special. Despite Richard's job as a janitor, Patricia remained faithful to him. However, life took an unexpected turn when Patricia was struck down with cancer. Despite efforts to combat the cancer, it spread throughout her body, causing immense pain. Patricia sadly passed away at the age of 74 on June 21st, 2021, leaving behind a grieving family. It was a trying moment for Richard as he struggled to survive without his wife. The day she died, he tearfully shared the sad news on Instagram. "I'm so sorry. I did my best, but my best wasn't good enough. Cancer is like getting punched in the gut, falling to the ground, then told to get back up and start all over," he said. However, Richard quickly moved past his pains, and in 2022, things changed and he found love again. On August 25th, Richard shared a picture of his newfound lover, Angie, on his Instagram, captioning it, "Fun night with my Lane at Taco Tequilas." It seemed Richard had found love again. The picture showed they were truly infatuated with each other. It's, however, exciting that the singing janitor has found both love and fame. While we await the next round of America's Got Talent starting in August, let us know what your thoughts are about Richard's performance. What do you think of Richard's journey to fame? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you like this video,